Hello and welcome to episode 10 of Starting from Scratch. I'm still working at the finger bowing, so I'm going to start with that and I'm going to see if it helps me to do the bow changes in the air. Basically, that's a preparation for spiccato, and usually if one can already do the finger bowing, then to do the finger bowing very close to the frog with the bow changes in the air is actually easier. Now, I can't do the finger bowing at the frog yet. I've been working my way towards the frog, but I'm going to see if that will make things easier so that I can approach the finger bowing at the frog from a different angle. So let's see how this works. I'm going to start on the A string because the E string has particular difficulties. It can tolerate even less weight. So playing close to the frog at the E string as a beginner is very, very difficult. So I'm going to do this on the A string because I don't need this to be any more difficult than it already is. So I'm just going to start with the finger bowing. Okay, the finger bowing as such is definitely improving. It's just very difficult for me to do it closer to the frog because the bow is so heavy and my fourth finger has to carry the weight. So I'll start down here. Very difficult. Now I'm going to try to do it even closer to the frog, but not do the bow changes on the string, but do the bow changes off the string. That is definitely easier than trying to do the bow changes on the string. I'll try them on the string now. Yeah, my fingers are doing the movement, but it sounds terrible. I'll do them off the string again, because that is actually easier. It's hard to just move my fingers. I keep on trying to use my arm as well. Okay, slipped off. As a teacher, I would tell my pupil to see that she can keep the bow on the string a little bit longer. I can't do that yet, but basically I can tell that moving the fingers close to the frog, as difficult as it is improving very, very slowly. Now I'm going to do an exercise for my string hand, which is self-correcting. That means that the exercise as such corrects the hand position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be plucking the fingers on the A string, first, second, third and fourth, and I'm going to be plucking the open E string in between as well. That means that the fingers have to place themselves such that the open E string can resonate freely. They have to build a bridge over the open E string, and that forces them into the correct hand position. So this is an exercise which I can highly recommend. It's quite difficult, but it's self-correcting, so it's something which one can do without a teacher quite well. Okay, that was most difficult with the fourth finger because it's shortest. I don't know if you could see, but I had to bring my elbow over a bit more. That's what I'm training here. The correct position of the string hand means that the fingers come from above onto the string. And it's this movement which I have to teach my hand because my hand can't do it. Now I'm going to do it a little bit slower, correcting for intonation. Okay, lots of intonation to correct. Fourth finger is still the most difficult, but also the second finger is not holding its position. It wants to move towards the third finger. That's why I'm practicing this exercise with the semitone between first and second finger, because I need to get the fingers apart from each other. This is a very good exercise to do, and I can really highly recommend it. But make sure that you correct for intonation. It has to be in tune. And what I have to remind myself all the time is also to correct for sound. Even if it's just a pizzicato sound, it has to sound as good as possible. Otherwise, it'll be very difficult to hear the intonation, and we have to practice sound all the time. Now I'm going to try to do the same exercise with the bow. This is going to be very difficult because I found it very, very difficult doing it pizzicato already. Doing this with the bow is going to be unbelievably difficult. It will be a lot slower. I'll have to correct intonation a lot, and I also have to correct for sound because the notes have to sound. I can't just play them with a bad sound, otherwise I'll never make any progress as far as sound is concerned. So let's see how this goes. Oh God, this is not working at all. Third and fourth finger difficult, so I'm just going to do third and fourth finger now and see if that helps. Yeah, I have to go over more with my elbow. That's the problem all the time. Okay, unbelievably difficult. Strangely enough, it's more difficult for the string hand when I do it with a bow than it is when I do it pizzicato, but that's actually not that strange because it's a lot more difficult playing with a bow. So this exercise is actually still a bit too difficult for me. I wouldn't give it to a pupil at this stage, but I'm trying to push myself a little bit because I want to move forward. So I try this one more time from the beginning with first, second, third and fourth finger. wow, this was hard. And this is one of the first times I'm noticing that it's hard for my brain because it's reverse way round. So I was noticing now that I was doing so many things at once. The string hand, unbelievably difficult. Bow hand, unbelievably difficult. That my brain was tying itself into knots as well. So this is something I'm going to have to do a lot of practicing on, but it's a very, very valuable exercise because it forces the string hand into the correct position. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Good luck and happy practicing.